y'all, come on in, come on in, come on in. It's Ro from HillbillyROandD, and today we are going to make some biscuits. I know I've made biscuits before on this channel. However, today we're going to have biscuits and gravy with some hash browns that Mr. D is making and some fresh garden tomatoes. And I think eggs, I'm not sure. But it's going to be a big brunch because it's past breakfast. We're at lunchtime. But we're going to make this and we're going to come together and do it all at the same time. So y'all come on down. Let's see what we're doing over here. So in this bowl I have 4 cups of flour. And I did sift it. In this I have 1 tablespoon of sugar. I have a half a teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So this recipe does call for heavy cream, so we do have our heavy cream. Oh, but I can never get open. I should already had it open, I'm sorry y'all. But this comes together pretty quickly, and once it comes together, it goes in the oven. So this is 1 cup. So we're gonna start out with 1, 2, and about a half. Because you never know when it comes to biscuits whether you need that extra little bit of milk or not. So I found my fork. So we're gonna use a fork and we're gonna come in here and mix this. And you just want the dough to come together nice and even. Now it is going to take that extra milk. And because I make it different, they always come out different all the time. But you don't want your dough to be, you want it to be a dough. You don't want it to be too watery, and you don't want it to be too dry. So I've heard people using heavy cream over milk. So that's why I decided in this video I'm going to use heavy cream. But I can tell you that me and heavy cream don't get along already. So let me take off my rings. Because I ain't going to put my rings down in here because they're a pain to get off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and work this dough in. Because there's a lot of flour in the bottom of that bowl. And as you can hear, Mr. D's going on in the background. So it's going to take a little extra milk. And we're just going to push that down in there. Once it starts forming a ball, you pull it out and you measure it with your cutting tools of how the biscuits you want done. And that's why I don't want to wear my jewelry. See? It's still a little dry, but I think if I get it mixed in there pretty good, it will come out liquid, wet. Now it does call for more milk, but I was hoping not to have to use it. But it looks like it is going to take 4 cups. And if nothing else, doing it like this, you get an arm workout. I'd say, well, I don't have to go work out today, but I don't work out. If I can pinch it and make a ball, to me that's when the biscuits are ready. Now that's just what my grandma taught me. And some people's gonna complain about something, I'm sure. But keep on complaining because I ain't paying no attention. So up here I'm gonna grab some flour out. And I'm gonna put flour on my surface. Just a little bit, don't take much. You just want to get that flour out there. About like that. Now I do have 2 pans ready behind me, and my oven is on 400. So I'm pulling that dough out, and I'm gonna work it on this. Now you don't want to overwork your biscuits because they will come out awful. But you want to work them enough to get them flat. And usually I say, well, I get a rolling pin, but not today, Satan, not today. Today we're just going to do a regular biscuit, nothing fancy. But I want it about 1/4 of an inch thick. And I am doing this for my hands because not everybody has a rolling pin. Plus, when I'm doing it with my hands, what I'm doing is I'm heating up that dough and getting them. Miss Sophia and Derek's outside. And Derek's making gravy and hash browns. He took my biscuit pan, y'all. Now let me just find something to cut these biscuits out in, and then we'll get them in the pan. So as many of y'all know, I'm not fancy. So we're just going to use this. We're going to cut those biscuits out. And each time you go down, you do want to go over here in your flour, that way it don't stick. And as you go down, the funny thing is it farts. Because you're getting that air out of there. So this should make a good 12 biscuits. I didn't get that cut down all the way. Now sometimes I do layer my biscuits, but not today. I don't feel like doing it that way. So we're just going to do it regular. And we're going to get that one. There's 6. We're just going to bring that dough in again and work it. If you got a cough or touch your hair, make sure you wash your hands. Don't cough in your hand, because even though this is for my family, I really don't want to put a lot of germs in it. And I know I'm married, and he's faithful, and I'm faithful. It's the way I was raised, y'all. That's just like I was raised. You don't, even if you're cooking for your family, you don't test from the spoon that you're reusing, because you don't want to reuse that spoon. And that's just the way my mama was. I guess her mama was like that too. we'd go to family reunions and they'd be like, my mom would be like, you're not eating from them. Nope, nope, you can have this, this, or this, because she knew who kept their house clean and who did. So she would always be like, no, you can't eat that. Nope. And sometimes we'd even go to family reunions and just pick up a hamburger or something, or usually bologna and cheese, because bologna and bread, I'm sorry, not cheese, because that's just what we could afford at the time. Oh.
Grab a little flour. Is it okay?
Sure. You might need more.
Yes.
Mr. D took my biscuit pan, as I told y'all. He took my big one, so I gotta use 2 little ones. Try to get this down enough where I can get 2 more biscuits out of it. You do want to keep your biscuits pretty even, that way they cook at the same time. No, she's not going to do it. This is going to be fluffy. Oh, it's getting stuck. So this one, we're just going to roll up, knead in, roll it. We're going to roll it in flour. We're just going to push that thing down. That's going to be our ugly biscuit. So I got a cast iron skillet here, and it's already greased with butter. So I'm just going to go around here and put these biscuits in here. I'll put that ugly one there in the center. Let's put that one in the center because that one's a little thinner. And there we go. We got 12 biscuits. I'm sorry, I lied. We got 13 biscuits. So then I will put in the oven on 400 for about, I think it's 10 to 15 minutes. So here I have a garden ripe tomato, and we're just going to cut that up. To go with our biscuits and gravy. Sometimes I have problems cutting tomatoes. Some gravy. So our biscuits are done. I did have 2 of these pans, if you remember. But we're just going to take some butter and go over the top of each biscuit. Now if you remember, this recipe didn't have butter in it. But we like butter on our biscuit. And that round one, I always go around it real good. Because you want a fluffy biscuit. So see, I could have fit 7 biscuits in here, but I didn't have 7, I only had 6. And on that note, you pick up your biscuit, and this is what it looks like on the inside. It's got a nice brown crust on the bottom. And there it is. There is your biscuits for biscuits and gravy. And we have tomato. So on that note, y'all always say prayers. Remember to be humble and even pray for your enemies. Y'all have a great day. God bless. And most of all, always put God first in everything you do. Bye.